You got my message then?
Of course. I never abandon a lost soul. Why did you want to meet here?
I needed to confess, but I know you don't do confessionals tonight. And I needed to talk to you urgently. I figured this was the next best thing.
What do you mean? Father Matthews?
Father Matthews does, but you don't. I needed to talk to you and you alone.
Why me?
That will become clear soon enough. May I begin?
Of course.
Father, forgive me. It has been 4 months since my last confession.
Speak, my child.
I killed my husband.
Continue.
He's been having an affair for months. We didn't exactly have the best relationship, but I loved him. He came home hours ago and told me. I was making dinner at the time. I snapped and I
really don't think I'm experienced enough to deal with this situation. Please, feel free to go to the church. Father Matthew can help repent your sins.
Daniel! I know.
What do you want?
I want lots of things. I want you to suffer as I described to you how you've destroyed my life and ended his. I want you to realise the full consequences of what you've done, but most of all, Daniel, I just want answers.
What's to stop me from leaving right now and calling the police?
I still have the knife. If you step foot outside of your cubicle, I will kill you. That's not a threat, that's a promise.
How do you know that's not what I want?
I don't. I guess we'll find out together. May I continue?
Go on.
I think in a way I knew it was coming. I just didn't know how soon it would be. He came into the kitchen and he looked, I don't know, determined. He told me he was leaving and not coming back. We argued for a while. In a way, it was kind of nice. We'd been eerily peaceful for a while. It was nice to see everything finally erupt. After a while, I snapped. I grabbed the knife.
Please stop.
I grabbed the knife and I plunged it into his throat. I couldn't listen anymore. It was driving me insane. Did you know he was married?
How could I not?
Did you ever think of me? Did it ever cross your mind that you were hurting someone?
Every day. I tried to stop it so many times. I applied for a transfer to try and get away from him, but every time I did, we find a way to get back together.
All this time you've been preaching honesty and kindness, and you've been knowingly causing me pain for your own selfish needs. You're a fucking hypocrite.
I can't argue with that.
Does anyone else know?
Father Matthew. Told him a few nights ago. It was killing me. He told me to stop. Said nothing good could come of it, from continuing to sin. If only it was that easy.
How did it start? What made you throw out your vows for him?
I don't even know that myself. It was an emotional affair, long before it was a physical one. He'd come round to the house every few days and we'd just talk. One night he came round, he stood outside my door. He was soaking wet and he just looked upset. I let him in, got him a towel, and when he came back he grabbed me and kissed me. My mind was begging me to stop, telling me that this was a married man, that this was a man, that this was a sin, but my body wouldn't let me stop. The next day I told him that this was a one-night thing, but he wouldn't accept it.
He was like that with me too. We met when we were at school. He asked me out. I refused. He basically pestered me until I said yes. Do you know that we only married because our parents forced us?
Yes, he told me that.
I wish we'd waited. I wish we hadn't been so impatient, but we were in love. Neither of us saw it coming. I remember my mum made me wear a dress that was way too big so we could hide the bump. At the time I was secretly happy. I thought I was getting everything I'd ever dreamed of, just a little bit earlier than I planned.
I used to have dreams like that when I was a little boy. I used to dream that one day I'd have a wife to take care of me, and a cool job, all that stuff.
I guess neither of us really got what we dreamed of.
I guess not.
Our relationship was never the same after Lily died. When I had her, we were happy, even if it was just for a few minutes. Afterwards, it just trapped us in a marriage we weren't ready for.
You never considered leaving him?
Not once. Maybe it was stubbornness, maybe it was out of fear of disappointing my parents more than I already had. Maybe it was out of genuine love, but for some reason, I wouldn't even entertain the idea. Had a few affairs though.
Now who's the hypocrite?
My affairs were purely physical. Not once did I ever connect with them. Besides, we're Catholic. Hypocrisy our par for the course, right? How often did you see each other?
Once or twice a week. We occasionally sneak away after services too.
What was it like?
What?
The sex.
Please, can we just stop this now?
Tell me!
You've got the answers you wanted. I've told you everything. Why do we need to continue?
Call it morbid curiosity. Call it wanting to make you squirm a little. Call it whatever you want, but I still have the knife. Remember that. If you want to live, you will tell me.
What makes you think I'm so keen on living?
If you really wanted to die, you'd have left the booth by now.
It was amazing. He wasn't my first. I had a few missteps in my youth, but he was the best. He made me feel like I was worth something, like I was a man and not just a servant to God. The first night we spent together, he was so gentle, like he was worried he was going to break me. No one's ever treated me like that before. It was so nice. You wanted to hear about it.
I was wrong, no more.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I tried to stop it. I tried. I loved him. The worst thing about it is, even after everything that's happened, this evening, I don't regret it for a second. I'd do it again. That's what makes me feel worse than I ever did.
I get it. You're lucky. I don't get that luxury. Falling in love was the worst mistake I could have ever made. I wish I could hate you right now. I wish I could come in there and stab you, but I can't. I don't hate you. I understand.
So what happens now?
That's up to you. I'm going to prison no matter what. There's no point trying to run from it. I need to face the consequences of what I've done. If your pain is too great, I can end your suffering.
No. This is my punishment. I must carry this burden, this sin. I must take it through life and hope that God will be merciful on me. I will apply for a transfer though. There's no way I can stay around here now.
Might be best. It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
Nothing. Nothing matters now. Goodbye, Daniel.
Goodbye, Margaret.